Hello and welcome to the Bleached Files. This was originally supposed to be a kind of mini doc I was working on, but you know what? It's too funny to make something too serious about it. Originally, the video was going to be very, objective, but the more I got into it, the more I was just sitting there laughing, man. So I thought instead, why not just talk about it on here? First off, I'd like to thank a good friend of mine, Mick Soma, for providing the music for our intro. Really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks so much, man. Love you like a sister. That's a font, isn't it? It's a weird ass name for a font, really. Love you like a sister. Well, okay. Anyway. With that out of the way, let's talk about gender reveal parties and what the hell has been going on in America. Nowhere else in the world is anybody making pipe bombs to celebrate baby genitals. So, we're just that lucky. But, man, I just want to talk about the funniest things I've heard. So first off, what is a gender reveal party? Well, in the olden days, you would find out what gender your kid was, and then you'd go, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, family, my kid is a boy or a girl, and that's all you do. No longer. Now you've got to make a pipe bomb and hand it to grandma, and if you light that up and she doesn't blow her fingers off, well, come on. Are you really celebrating your kid's genitals? Come on. Let's talk about some of the funniest ones. So, there's been a couple different examples I've found online of people blowing themselves up. Like, if you look up gender reveal party explosive, it's hilarious. I mean, there was New York, Michigan, a man killed building explosives, just all sorts of different explosive devices people have made to celebrate their kid's birthday. And I'm thinking, why? I mean, hear me out. I understand, there's people that, you pull the string and the dust comes out. That's fun. That's exciting. But I'm just saying, making a weapon of war to celebrate your kid's genitals, that doesn't sound very appealing to me. Maybe I'm just not part of that demographic. I don't know. I feel like my kid comes out, I figure out what it is. Oh, well, before the kid comes out, of course. I mean, you're not there and they go, oh yeah, that's a surprise. It's not like a mystery box. They figure stuff out. If you're going in for your checkups, which you should. You should. You should. Okay? If you don't want complications, go in. Anyway, side tangent over. Yeah, can you imagine? I can't imagine. Like, you go in, you figure it out, and you go, okay, so to tell my family, I'm going to make a fucking bomb. I'm going to make a weapon of war and put everyone's life at risk. I think there was a guy who made a whole bunch of plastic explosives and shot him. That's happened a few times, and they killed his grandmother. It's always the grandmothers at these things, man. If you're over the age of 60, don't go to a gender reveal party. You'll get blown up. There's one with a border patrol agent. He had put all these massive amounts of these explosive devices in long, dry grass and shot at it. And when it went up, oh boy, did it go up into a mushroom cloud and then proceed to catch everything around it on fire. And after he had tried to pour water bottles, when he had tried to pour them water bottles on it, and his family had tried, by that point it had spread so much that the fire department that showed up a couple minutes later couldn't even control it. So yeah, if you're homeless right now in California because of that wildfire, well, it's not a wildfire, it's a gender reveal birthday spectacular fire. Just, be grateful that they even allowed you to be part of their celebration. Can you imagine growing up and your parents were both involved in that? I couldn't. Imagine being the kid that was for. You would be bullied your entire life. Because, before you were even born, you were causing so much chaos. And it's not the kid's fault, of course, but people look at it that way. I remember reading comments on that original, news report, and people were like, that boy, I can't remember if it was a boy or girl, that boy is the spawn of Satan. He created a fireball to destroy American people. And, you know, people read too deep into everything. It's very apparent. But people are going to take those signs and think that kid is actually evil because his parents are too stupid to realize, hey, let's not create a giant fireball. Usually baby and fireball don't mix in my mind. I don't really compare the two. But who knows? Maybe they were thinking it was just going to be, you know, a minor explosive. You know, not all explosives are explosives. I just don't get that mindset. How do you go out, create a bomb, plant a bomb like you're playing fucking CSGO, and then when it goes off and there's just powdered colored smoke and fire, you think, oh yeah, this is what I wanted. I feel like there's a couple different stops before that. You need to stop and think. It reminds me of that up and coming. They weren't up and coming. Their YouTube channel is dead, but they had tried to make a prank where the like wife shot her boyfriend with a deagle, and he's holding like a phone book. That's what this reminds me of. How many people did that have to go through before you thought, maybe we shouldn't do this? How many people at that gender reveal party had to look at that pile of plastic explosives and go, maybe grandma shouldn't stand so close? I think somebody got hit with a cannon, if I'm not wrong. Gender reveal cannon. Let me look it up. Gender reveal cannon. Kills. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, here's a guy who was assembling a device and it exploded. And his brother was injured. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And that was a different one. A Michigan man was killed earlier this month when he was struck by shrapnel from a gender reveal cannon being used at a baby shower, authorities said. Can you... okay. Okay. Why do you think that's a good idea? Let's hurl a giant projectile up into the air. Or, I don't know what they did. Did they shoot it down range? The Mythbusters showed you that you can have a mountain in the way and it'll still rip through a small suburban town, a couple walls, a van. Like, that isn't just going to go away. What did they think? What went through your mind? Were you thinking, oh yeah, this cannon's not really going to be like a normal cannon. It's, you know, it knows the special day. It's going to behave differently. What was he going to do? Fly around? Okay, so he gets hit by shrapnel and fucking dies. Yeah, okay. You see, how was I supposed to make a serious video on this going, oh, and this man was killed by this, and not say something like, why were you standing next to a cannon? A cannon shooting ammunition out of it that was loaded. I guess people don't wonder why. I mean, there's a reason we don't use those old cannons on freaking ships anymore. You know how many times those things would explode on people? Not only would it go out the front, it would come out the sides as well. You were likely to die. And now you're telling me that because of baby male or female, we've decided to go back, mix dangerous chemicals, and try again and see what would happen. Play 3 minutes of Far Cry 3, dude. Come on. Insanity. How do you look at all these results and see, oh man, all these people are dying. Oh man, all these people are dead. And I think that's a good idea to just continue. Sorry, my phone just went off. I think that's a good idea. I don't understand. I'll tell you what it is. It's Facebook, man. If they weren't looking at videos of other people blowing stuff up, then these people would try to blow stuff up. Let's be honest. This wasn't happening in the 90s. This wasn't happening in the 1920s. A lot of stuff was. Those people were on a lot of coke. They did a lot of crazy stuff back then. Look at the news reports from the times. It was wild. Imagine Florida, but it's all 50. Well, it was like 40. I can't remember how many states there are. I can't remember right now. I know there's 50 something. Is it just 50 now? Why did I? Okay, let's ignore what I just said. But let's ignore everything and let's just say that social media caused it, and then we'll blame it on Facebook, like a politician blaming violence on video games, or on movies or books. They used to blame it on books. This is a mess. But yeah, gender reveal parties. I wouldn't want to personally attend a gender reveal party unless it was my kid. I would much rather, like it's my brother's kid, right? Just call me. Just say, hey, man, it's a boy, it's a girl, doesn't matter. I mean, really, the gender of your kid really doesn't matter all that much. Some people get really obsessed about it and just, try to make plans for their kid before they're even out. Now, regardless of your political stance, assigning jobs and personalities on your kid before they even come out is not very smart and doesn't really do anything. You see all the time, my boy is going to be a mechanic. How often do they grow up and want to be a mechanic? Now, they may grow up and be forced to be a mechanic, but are they going to enjoy it? That's my opinion. I say no. Of course, I say no. I also say no to shooting a cannon with people downrange. What the hell? You might as well stick like 6 freaking blue and pink bullets in a revolver and shoot it at the father-to-be and see what color what color bullet lands in his freaking stomach, I mean, it'd be more likely to be in your intestines, but still. After the 24-hour surgery, we managed to remove it from your your husband's large intestine. It appears as if the bullet was in fact blue. I'm surprised they're not, like, pouring multicolored toxins into the water to see, hey, everybody, come over here. Check out this endangered river. It's got all these crayfish. They're the last of their species. Now see what color dye I pour into the water to kill them all. It's just pathetic, man. Come on. There's nothing wrong with the gender reveal party. I will say that. There's nothing wrong with the gender reveal party. You're just saying, well, what do you mean? You've been talking about this. If you want to go, wow, my kid is turning, if my kid's a boy, my kid's a girl, great. You want to cut a cake in half and separate the cake and the inside's pink? Cool. You want to pop a balloon with, I don't know, that's a bit crazy. It's weird, but yeah. You want to hit a glass, not glass, whatever they make them out, it's like glass. Baseball filled with dust? Sure. As long as it's non-toxic, do what you want. But God, don't create a bomb. Don't try to wire up a bomb. If you're looking at a mass of wires, and if you clip one of them wrong, everybody in a 10-foot radius is turned into dust, maybe you should step away and not do that. If you're firing a weapon from any time period, if you're firing a weapon, maybe you've taken things too far. They don't really, I guess they're going to start doing this at birthday parties too. How old is the kid really turning? Well, let's shoot the ceremonial shotgun into the pile of C4 and see what number the cloud makes. Bad comparison, I know. But I mean, it's not that far off. Birthday parties are just the next, big party thing that people do. I'm sure baby showers are going to be just as bad, probably sooner, though. Wow, I brought you a gift. It's some more black powder. I really wanted to make it fun for you. We brought some flashbangs for you, so that way nobody would really know what color it is before you. God, what are parties anymore? Remember when parties used to be just a bunch of people hanging out, and now it's parties is people just going wacko mode? I have no better way to describe it. What is America anymore? How hypothetical, right? But yeah, what happened? I mean, I guess I can see it, you know, used to that gender reveal party. I think there was a lady who ended up starting it by just cutting a cake. And we went from cutting a cake to dust to shooting to explosives to shooting explosives to giant fires to people getting shot with cannons. I really just don't know what to say anymore. I mean, as much as it's tragic, people have lost their lives. At some point, you have to realize this is not okay. Do not create a bomb. I don't know how hard that is to say to people, but it seems like nowadays you got to really bring the point home. There should be a disclaimer on Facebook that says, if you're watching this, don't try this. Please, God, don't try this. Don't be a hero. Don't try this at home. Like Mythbusters. Anytime you watch Jackass, there's a reason they tell you not to try it at home, and so they don't get sued. And I bet there's been lawsuits over it. I wonder how many lawsuits there has been in total. Probably a few. Probably a few. I'm saying a few, at least. But like I said, if you think I'm being too pessimistic, I completely support normal gender reveal parties. If you really and truly want to celebrate it, that's great. I'm glad you're a new parent. I'm rooting for you. They're just not for me. But you know what isn't for nobody? Explosives and giant weapons of mass destruction. Are they going to nuke some islands now? We've decided to go to Bikini Atoll to show we're launching an atom bomb with pink dye on it. The core within is completely dyed. I don't know. It's almost scary to think what's going to happen. If you're already at the point where you're creating weapons to level, entire stadiums, what are you doing next for these parties, man? It's freaky. Freaky, freaky, freaky. I don't know how else to describe it except for freaky, spooky, Spooky, freaky. It's scarier than a horror movie because there's actual casualties in these flicks. Oh, and the worst part is they're all on video. There's video of like every single one of these things, and that's back to my other point. If there was no social media, they wouldn't be doing it. And I'm not saying social media is bad. I love it. I mean, you're listening to me on one right now. Haha. But I just don't understand the whole appeal of it and what kind of sick way you think that's okay. I don't understand how your mind can get to that point where you think that's okay, dude. I don't know. I'm saying, dude, to you. You haven't done it, I hope. If you cut open a cake or did something like that, I'm fine with you. I'm not upset with you. I think that's great. Happy parenting days. Parenting day. That should be a holiday. I guess there is Mother's and Father's Day, but what about just Grandma Day? I know a lot of people who are raised by that. Okay, that's off the point. We're getting too off topic now. You're thinking, come on, October, I clicked on this video. I'm going to give you a dislike. I'm going to rate you 1 star on podcast.com. You're making me angry. And sir, I'm sorry. Oh shit, you know what it is. I'm swearing a lot in this one. I'm sorry. I'm not going to cut it out. I am not going to cut it out. It's okay. So, TLDR, gender reveal, good if it's not over the top. Please stop making explosives and be safe. Please just be safe. Oh, Mixoma wanted me to tell you that I have some codes for their new release, The Hospital, which is an album that is designed to make you feel nauseous and designed to make you experience what it's like to die, basically. Uh, to me, it just sounds like a bunch of shit. It's horrible, but I have a free code to give away, so here it is. Redeem at bandcamp.com/yum. P2ZVH. Oh, it's got a dash. HRAP. That's P2ZV dash HRAP. And this gets you the entire album to stream and download as long as you have a BandLab fan account. I think that's all I want to say. Just, guys, be careful. And please, like, favorite, heart, I don't know what sites this is going to be on. But check me out at Bleached in October on YouTube. Or don't. It's up to you. Do check out my friend Mixoma, though. They're great. And yeah, don't take this too seriously. This is just for fun. I don't mean any ill will, and I'm sorry if I've offended you. But yeah, peace out, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Bop, bop, bop.